Way back in 1986, oh, there was this experience that I really enjoyed going to. It was in South America, specifically Uruguay. And I stayed there for about 3 weeks teaching deaf children Uruguayan Sign Language and assisting with that. And it was so nice seeing them all grow and develop the language. But I had to say goodbye. So I went to Rio de Janeiro for a layover for a flight to New York. And just to let you know, this flight from Rio to New York is 11 hours, and I was getting really antsy while waiting. I had arrived at Rio, and after a long time of just waiting for the plane to land so we could board it, I finally got on the plane, and I took the aisle seat, and there was a woman in the window seat who was asleep, but there was no one in the middle seat. That one was available, and I was just hoping that no one would sit in that seat because I like my room and I do not want to be dealing with someone next to me for 11 hours. So as I'm sitting, I see people starting to board the plane, but then I saw this one person and I just knew that that was the person that was going to sit next to me. And sure enough, they wiggled their way on into the seat next to me and sat down. I was trying to distance myself from this person. I did not want them to touch me. I just wanted them away from me at all costs. And the reason why is because they were blind. I fastened my seatbelt and get ready for takeoff. And the flight attendant was giving out food and handing out these little bags with combs, toothbrushes, slippers, and other hygiene products. And you could see what was inside these bags. I mean, it was just clear plastic. And it was passed down to the blind guy who was feeling around the bag to figure out what was in it. And he was struggling and trying to figure out what on earth was in this bag. I looked over and I kind of saw this guy struggling, only for me to start almost laughing hysterically, but I'm just trying to keep it in as much as I can. And my sight is something that I definitely took for granted. I was able to see what was inside of the Ziploc and take out what I needed. And the blind guy, he had to feel around what was inside and guess that way. And I noticed that he needed help, but I didn't know how to communicate with him because I can kind of communicate in English, but I don't know if he speaks in another language. So the entire flight, I just drew a line between me and the blind individual next to me. He's just sitting, eating his food and his drinks. And I just kept on staring at it and trying to mind my P's and Q's. I didn't want to form a relationship with this person. I didn't want to try and meet this person. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with this person sitting next to me. Then later on, I kind of started evaluating my attitude, my behavior. And I began to remember all of the experiences that I've had growing up being deaf. When trying to meet hearing people and kind of seeing them kind of freak out and do their facial expressions and their gestures and freaking out, and I would always get fed up with them. And then I just started seeing myself reacting badly to this gentleman next to me. And then I realized that I am the same as all the hearing people, and I need to treat everyone equally. Instead of getting frustrated and upset with the way that people try to accommodate my needs, I should look past that and see everyone as equals.